My name is Ogbereke for Jesujuwon. I come from a background that's emotionally disrupted but financially stable. Growing up, I had very good education, that's primary and secondary education. But on completion of my secondary education, I failed JAMB. So you see, my mom registered me at this A-level program in Ibadan, Bodija, and there I met a guy. He came from the UK. So he wanted to be close to me. This guy actually wanted to be close to me. Each time he always bothered me, let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. Then on a certain day he asked me, he said, JJ, do you smoke cigarettes? I was like, yeah, but actually I don't smoke. I just wanted to. And I wanted to lie and be like, I'm one of the bad guys. So he said, okay, one of these days, let's go out. So he came to me one day and said we should go to a place around. I followed him, then he gave me my first cigarette. The same day he gave me the cigarette, he gave me a joint of marijuana. I smoked it, then that's how it all started. I didn't have a break, it just started from there. The night of that same day, I went to buy my own cigarette by myself. 2 weeks after, my mom came to visit me at the A-level program. Then I wasn't around. Long story short, she found out that I was smoking. That day she took me home, she called my dad, told my dad about it. I started telling them I would stop this and that. So I started using these drugs when I was 14, 15, that young boy. I came in contact with drugs when I was about 12, 13, in the sense that I had some people that were close to me, that were like elderly people, and they were involved with it already. And my dad, which was dead at that time, he didn't tell me anything against it. He didn't tell me anything against it, that it was bad or anything. So when I was about 14, 15, that was when I started using drugs, and I was into it for about 8, 7 years. After the A-level program, I got admission into a university, private university. I didn't even finish my first year, I got kicked out because of drug abuse, excessive drug abuse. I was abusing marijuana, cigarettes, tramadol, alcohol, sort of like things like that. So when I got kicked out, I went back to my dad's house. My mom came to meet me there because my parents are separated. She was crying and there was a lot of crying going on. I was like, I wouldn't do it again and all that stuff. So about a month later, she came back and she said, okay, she's going to put me in another A-level program. That this time I should make it better and I should try. I promised her I wouldn't do it again and all that. So on getting back to the A-level program, during the A-level program, I was still using all these drugs. Started using marijuana again, tramadol. This time I was using codeine with expectorants, pills, Refnol, the likes of them. I was using them all. I had these people I used to get them from. Sometimes I didn't have to buy them, so I was just using them. Long story short, I passed the A-level program and I used this result into another university, another private university. So I promised my mom I would stop, but the thing about the drugs is there's a way it works on your brain. When you use these drugs, you release this thing called dopamine, and your body craves this thing. It comes from the things you enjoy, and it's just like an habit that your body enjoys. You can't really hold yourself back sometimes. You just want it. Though everything inside of me wanted to please my mom or please the people around me, even please myself, because I wanted to have a good life. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be responsible, but I couldn't just stop. My body just needed the euphoria effects of these drugs. So I got into school again. I linked up with everybody I knew all around. Then I started using these drugs again, going deeper and deeper. I was using more than I ever used before. So now, in this new school, I didn't even finish a semester. I got caught and I got expelled again. And the funny thing is, the drugs don't even allow you to pay attention to the things that matter. Because after I got expelled the second time, I should feel remorseful. But here I was just living my life the same way. I left home, I left school, I came back home. I was not at home with my parents. Where I was just using drugs. I didn't care. Couldn't care less that I got expelled from school and I was doing all these things. But my mom, she didn't give up. That's just one woman I don't understand. She loved me so much. She didn't give up on me. She came, she checked me up every time. Then one day she mentioned and said, JJ, what do you think about rehab? I'm like, rehab? I can never go to rehab. I'm not going to rehab. No, rehab is out of it. And after about a week, she came back and I'm like, okay. Because my life was a point where I didn't know what next. It was all about drugs. All about drugs. All of my actions was generated from the energy of drug. Everything. So my mom came to me and she said, this time, now that you're saying this rehab, I was like, okay. I was at a point where everything was just upside down. I just wanted to move out of that present situation. I wasn't seeing the good effects of the rehabilitation. I was not thinking about that. I just wanted to move out of where I was, I was not comfortable. The drugs already started producing these effects of I was not comfortable, but I still wanted to use them. So I said rehabilitation will be okay. So I went to the NDLA, Oyo State Command facility. They have a rehabilitation facility there, so I was admitted. I did rehabilitation. They were teaching us, there's this lecture, counseling. The doctors will come, check you up, and after that, I go back into society. I did follow up for about 2 weeks. Then I started smoking cigarettes. Again, started smoking cigarette like one stick in the morning, one stick in the afternoon. Then all over again, it started coming. By drops, and I started smoking again. Then my mom found out again. Then at this time, I got furious and I left home and I went to stay with some people I knew. Then started doing the drugs full time again. And one day, the Oyo State Command NDLA controller, she sent some people to me to come and see me. Then when I followed those people, and I got to her presence, she saw me and I was looking all lean and haggard, and she knew how I used to look, and she was like, no, you are doing drugs again. Then she ran a drug test and found out that I was positive. Then she was like, I had to go through the rehabilitation again. So the second time now, they called my mom, asked me, do I want to do it? I was like, okay, I want to do it. But this time my mindset was just, it should be to finish now. So I went into the rehabilitation the second time. Not with the right mindset, but this time when I was in there, I met a pastor. He was coming to me, coupled with the rehabilitation, the counseling and the drugs and the doctors. I was born into a Christian family, but this pastor introduced me to the gospel again. So the drugs and the doctors and the counseling, coupled with the pastor's help, with the spiritual help, helped me to come out of that sunken place where I was. I began to see hope, a better life, good things began to seem good unto me. So I was like, maybe I should embrace this life then. There and then in the rehabilitation, I started to have a rethink, started to change. On the verge of leaving, I met this foundation, Recovery 66, and they're just awesome. I met them, they've been advocating against drug abuse, and it was just nice.
For Recovery 66, we are looking at a foundation whereby be a sort of an advocate group, whereby the new things about drug will be able to share, the new thinking about drug will be able to share with people, and also we are working towards a rehabilitation center. Like the first phase of it is that working with some hospitals, as many that are ready to volunteer to work with us, so that we have the hospitals as an ad hoc arrangement whereby the patient can go, but we will provide support, the medical support, we'll provide rehabilitation support for whoever that are interested.
This foundation just took me, and they've been going all around and spreading the word against drug abuse. It's just nice, Recovery 66, and everything they did, I'm just in support of it. And they helped me personally, because seeing people that were not government people that were advocating against this sin, people that were individuals in the society that felt concerned, made me feel like, okay, maybe I'm not alone in all this. So I was happy. I was happy seeing the Recovery 66 Foundation, and it boosted my morale a little bit.
We believe that change is the permanent thing. We believe that potentials could be harnessed if you are properly directed and led in a way that could refashion your life to become somebody in life.
The pastor has really been there for me. I'm in the pastoral line now, learning about the whole ministry thing and the whole gospel thing, and it's really nice. I feel really good. I'm happy about the whole thing, and I want you to understand that there's better hope for everybody, no matter where you are, no matter what sort of social vice. There's a better hope out there. Every day you wake up and all you can think about is drugs or whatever vices you are into. Believe me, the world has a lot more to offer you. A lot more to offer you. Just explore it, explore yourself, look deep within. These habits that we have are just peripheral, and it's just your body asking for some things that you don't need. And prevention is always better than cure, but if you are in it and you are sunk in, it's better you seek help.
Our aim is to advocate the more, and also we also want to go into treatment and prevention, because we know that one thing is that it's always good when you prevent a disease from occurring. The cost is lesser than when you wanted to go into treatment and all that. So the prevention aspect of it comes with more awareness.
I've been out of rehabilitation for 2-3 months now. Though it seems like a short time, but believe me, when you're committed to something, you know you're committed. Deep inside of you, you know when the tides shift. And I know right now, deep within me, that the tides have shifted with the help of the NDLA follow-up program, the Recovery 66 Foundation, the pastor of the church I attend now. It's just awesome. I feel so good. Everybody now is seeing that, okay, I've made a decision and they're ready to help. And most of all, thanks to my mom and my family at large.